Students, today I am going to solve another website authoring past paper task. So for that reason, I have already downloaded my source files. So I'm going to put a link in the description from where you can download these source files. First thing first, you have to extract these source files. So once done with extraction of source files, you can open that folder. Now you're going to get your question paper, marking scheme, and source files. So let us open the question paper, and we are going to do this part, task to website authoring task. So before doing website authoring task, we can make an evidence document as well. So let us start with this one. So first, I'm going to open my source files, and here you can see that they are asking that you have to open J1831 evidence RTF. So locate this file. It's right here, and remember it is rich text format. So here are few aspects written here. So let us see what we need to do. Make sure your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of your evidence document by placing these details in header. So they're asking that your name, center number, and candidate number will be appearing in header. So for that reason, just click on insert and go to the header section, and always add 3 blank columns. Once done with that, you can add your name here. In this case, I'm just going to write my name here, and then I'm going to write center number, and then I have to write my candidate number. So it is added in the header. Now it's going to be repeated whenever there is going to be a new page added. So it's going to be repeated in that. So I'm just going to close this header for a while now. So save this Word document, a word process document in work area with the file name J1831 evidence followed by your candidate number. So we have to save this file. So click on file, save as, and you have to save it in your work area. So my work area is here. So change it into Word document followed by your candidate number. So just write your candidate number at the end of your evidence document and save it in your work area. So this evidence document I will require while doing the task whenever they are going to ask me to put screenshots in evidence document. I'm going to take screenshots and then I'm going to put those evidences, such as for evidence 1 I'm going to put a screenshot here, and for evidence 2 I'm going to put it here. So I'm just going to minimize for now this evidence document, and you can see my evidence document is saved here in my work area. So let us start with the task 2, web page. So efficient markup and style must be used. All color codes must be hexadecimal. These are very important instructions. So all of the color codes must be hexadecimal. We are going to use those hexadecimal codes. Now they are asking that create a new folder called bbhtml. So we have to create these folders within our work area. So I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to paste the name there. Now they are asking us to locate all of these files and put it in this folder. So these are my files. I'm going to locate all of these files. So I'm just going to paste those files in here in this folder. So I'm done with this step as well. So I'm just going to highlight so to keep track that yes, we are done with that. Now they are asking that create a web page called bb.htm. So how we are going to create, obviously we need a front page for that. So if you want to install front page, I have already uploaded one video related to that. I will give link in the description from where you can find the source files, executable files for installing front page. So I already have installed front page. So I'm just going to open front page. So this is my front page interface. Now they're asking that create a web page called bbhtm. So I'm going to save this file, and remember I have to save this in my work area. So I'm just going to open my source file folder where I have created this file, and by default it is index.htm. So I'm just have to change my name of this file. So that is bb.htm according to their instructions. So you can see that this is interface of your front page, and if I zoom in, go down, you can see that you can find different views. You can find a code view. If I just click on code view, you will see that this is my code. But we often do work in design view. So I'm going to stick with the design view. Now they're asking us to create this table in our web page. Uh, so it is very easy to create. So you can see that we have first of all count number of columns and number of rows. So in this case, there are three number of columns, vertical columns, and four number of rows. Last row, I will tell you what we have to do. So in that case, you have to go to table and insert a table. So based on that, you have to specify how many rows you want, how many columns you want. 4 rows and 4 columns. And standard procedure, always keep width in pixels, and no need to specify height whenever you create a table. So in this case, if you add up these 400 together, you get 1200 pixels width. So I'm just going to write 1200 pixel. No need to specify height. Most of the students make mistake that specify height. No need to specify height. So just click OK. Now what you are going to do, I am just going to see what else we need to do. We have to merge these three cells. So merge cells, just select them, and there is option of merge cells. Then select these three cells again. Sorry, I did not select the entire thing. Merge cells. One mistake I am doing here is that I have added one extra column. So I'm just going to get rid of that extra column. So for that reason, I'm just going to add this table again. So just deleting it, go to table, insert table, and there are four rows and 3 columns. Fine. And here in pixel 1200. So here you go, 1200 pixel. Just click OK. Now you can do the merging of these cells. So here I have merged these. Here select this and merge these. So we are done with merging of those. But what about this? You can see that this third column is distributed on two equal halves. So what I'm going to do, merge these cells, and then I can split these cells into two number of columns. So I'm just going to do that. Now you have to set up the individual cell properties as we did in previous task as well. So now you can specify height and width both. So you can see that these three cells have same dimension. So I can select these three on one go to the cell properties and specify width and height. So in this case, 400 pixel and 300 pixel. So I'm just going to write like this, apply and OK. Now we have to do these two individual cells because these two dimensions are different. So we have to do individually. So go to the cell properties, specify width and height. In this case, I have 1200 pixel and 250 pixel height. So apply this, click OK. Now same goes with this one. So go to the cell properties, specify width and height. So 1200 wide and 150 high. So apply this. Here you go. Now last two cells, just select these. Go to the cell properties, specify width and height. So 600 wide and 300 high. So here we go. Apply this and OK. So we are done with this part. Each table cell is identified, the letter and all dimensions are in pixel as we already did that. The letters and dimensions shown in the table must not appear in your final page. So if they are just kind of an indication for cells, but they should not be appearing in last output. The external table border must have width of 4 pixel and all internal grid line must have a width of 2 pixels. Table borders and grid lines must be visible. So this task, we are going to do that in our CSS. So right now we are going to put this task aside. So let us see next task, what they are asking. Place in your cell A the image brickwork. So our cell A is this one. So we have to locate this image brickwork. So let us locate that image brickwork and we have to open our front page. So cell A1. So can you see that brickwork? So just drag it like this and then see for the paper next thing. Place in cell B the text, click on an image for further detail. So don't copy this text from here to there. You just have to write it manually. Otherwise, it's not going to work properly with headings because it has its own formatting. So it is going to mix up with that one. So you have to manually write it. So they were asking to put in cell B. So I have put it in cell B. And they are saying that set this text as H2. So I'm just going to select this text and put it as H2. Done with H2, place in cell C the image paving. So I have to locate the image paving. So you can see that image paving is this one. So put it there. No worries. Right now, you can say arrangement of table is disturbed, but they are going to ask something about resizing this image. So then it's going to be fine once we are done with the resizing of the image. So they're asking, you can see that they're asking the resize image it to 394 pixel wide. So right click on the picture properties and here you can say width. See the width. So you have to change it into 394. So 394 here, but you don't need to change the height because they are asking that aspect ratio should be maintained. So our aspect ratio is already maintained. So just click OK. Now you're fine with it. Place in cell D the image bb logo.jpg. So we have to locate this image now. So this is the image that we need to put it here. Okay, so we are done up to this point. I'm just going to highlight this. Now place in cell D the image BB logo. We did that. This is the logo that company will appear on the company vehicle, letterheads, etc. Make this image hyperlink, open the web page bbcontact.htm in new browser window. This step is important. So we have to make this image as hyperlink. So right click on this image, click on hyperlink, and you are going to make it a hyperlink to open a web page. So you can see up there it is written existing file or web page. So we want to open a web page. Then they are asking that it should open. First of all, I just have to choose this file. Before that, yeah, it's there. So bbcontact.htm. I can choose this one, and it should be opening in a new browser window called new. So for that reason, I can choose a target frame And as you can see that it is chosen as page default, you have to choose new window, and you should be naming, by default it is named as blank, you should be naming it new. So that is going to be that. So just click on OK, and we are done with this step. So just click OK. Yeah, we have put the hyperlink for this image, and we have linked with another web page that is going to open in a new window. Now let us do the sixth step, where place in cell E the text from bb text dot text file. So I have to copy this text from my source file. So bb text1, I just have to open this text document here, and I have to copy this text, control A and control C, and I have to put this text here like this. And now let us see in the paper what they are saying. You have to apply H1 to this one. Select this entire thing, expand it, and make sure that every text is selected, and choose it to H1. So just verify that if they are asking us to put it H1, yeah, H1 is the style. Place in cell F the text. So we have another text within. So this one. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste in cell what, just see which cell they are asking to put in. uh, Cell F. So over cell F, if I just show you, is this one. So I'm going to put it here. So we are done up to this point, and place in cell text, set this text as H1. So I'm just going to set this text, sorry, yeah, we are done with this one. Add your name, center number, and candidate number to end of text. So in this case, I'm just going to write my candidate number, then center number, and then candidate number. I have just write supposed values here. Set the text. We will undertake the building project in the region of the world. So up to this point, we have to set it as H2. So just select this and click on H2. But there is the problem that you are facing, is that it is taking automatically effect on the other text. But we don't need to keep it H2. We have to keep this H3. So for that reason, I just have to press enter here. And then I can do H1 for this. And I can just select this one now. According to their instructions, it should be H3. So I'm just going to select this and put it as H3, heading 3. So we are done with this. So you can backspace it now. So we are done up to this point. Now let us see what else we need to do. I'm just going to highlight all of these steps that we already are done. Now make only text hothouse design hyperlink. So let us see where is this text. Make only the text hothouse design as a hyperlink to the web page. This one. So this is the text that we need to make a hyperlink, and select the text, click on hyperlink, and this time we have a web address. So in this case, you can see this is the web address that we need to copy. So just copy it and paste it in this address bar. And it is saying that it is going to open in a same browser window. So if we do that, just open in the same, so it's going to be written as self. So just click OK. So it's going to be open in same frame. So just click OK. We are done with this part. Now place in cell G the image map provided. So we have image map provided here. So this image, Just drag it and here, put it here. We are done with that. Make sure appropriate text is displayed if an image is not available. So for this, we have to put an alternate text. So right click on that, go to the picture properties and go to journal and write here appropriate text. So for example, in your browser, if this image does not load or show, then this alternate text is going to be visible. Image of world map. So this is going to be appropriate text for this. So just click OK. And if I just show you on the coding side of this, if I just select this, click on code, and you see that this here, if I just zoom in, so this is alternate text added for this image that we have added in here in this particular cell. So let's jump back to our design view. So we are back there. So now, yeah, center align the table in the browser. So we have to select in the entire table. If I just zoom in, you will see up there are few tags. So we have to select table tag and then go to the tag properties, and then there is alignment. You can see by it is default alignment. You have to choose it to center. So just apply it and click OK. So if I just zoom out, you will see that this particular file is now this particular table is center aligned now. So I'm just going to highlight these. Make sure appropriate text, we already did that. uh, Here we go. Now attach the style sheet bb.style.css to your web page and to bbcontent.html. Save the web page in bb.html folder. So they're asking us to attach a style sheet. Fine. So we need to attach the style sheet to your web page and to bbcontact.html. So both of the web pages. So first of all, I'm just going to attach this style sheet with my web page, this bb.html. For that reason, click on format, go to style, sorry, format. There is a option of style sheet link. Add this style sheet and just locate your files. My source files are here on the desktop. So this is the style that I need to include. I have applied this style sheet. Now I can open bb contact html. So in this case, I just have to navigate myself to my desktop website authoring task. Just double click on these folders, and here you can see there is a bbcontact.html. I will just open this, and I can go to format and also go to style sheet link, add style, and just verify that if this is a correct file. So here I go with this style. So I have attached styles to both. Fine. My bbcontact.html and also bb.html. So both I have attached. So save the files, Control S and Control S for this. We are done with that. So we are done with this step. So I'm just going to highlight this now. The style sheet has been started but needs to be improved using most efficient syntax. Make your style sheet does not contain any HTML. So they are saying that your style sheet does not contain any HTML, means that you have to create a external CSS. So we have already the style sheet. So what we need to do is to open our style sheet. So here you can see that bbstyle.css, just open it. Few things are already being done related to that. So background color is there. So what else we need to do? We need to do these things for our headings H1, H2, and H3, and then we have to go for center alignment of those, and then H1 separately, and H2 separately, and H3 separately. So we are okay with the background. So if I just get rid of this, we are going to do it again. So we can do this for, you can say, three of these: H1, H1, H2, and H3. They have same type of characteristics, and also this one. We can do it, in one modified style. So for that reason, I'm going to make a style. Go to the format, click on style, and here you can, if I just show you the HTML tags, we cannot find H1 and H2 and H3 together. So what we need to do, we have to make our user defined style and create new. So here I'm just going to put H1, H2, and H3. Now we have to modify this. So first of all, font, you see they are saying that you have to go for this font. I'm just going to copy this font here. So for example, this font, if this font is available within front page with your browser, then this font is going to be chosen. If this is not available, then this font is going to be chosen. But make sure just enclose these in double quotes, because they have, you know, more than one words. So the fonts with more than one words, you have to put it in double quotes. So then we have serif font by default. If these two fonts are not available, then by default serif font is going to be chosen. So I am going to put it at the end. Next thing, we are done with the font. Nothing else we need to change. But alignment should be center aligned. So remember, alignment is always about paragraphs. So just click on paragraphs, and alignment, we have to put it center aligned. H1, H2, and H3 center aligned. So you can see, you can verify what are the effects here. You can see font family is there, and then text alignment is on center. So we are okay with that. Click OK, and press enter. You're done with H1, H2 up to this point. We are going to highlight this. Now we are going to do H1, H2, and H3 individually. You can see H1 we can do, you can say, individually. H1 must have red with no green and blue components. H2 must be blue with no green or red components. And H3 must be blue with no green or red components. So these two are same. But this H1 is not similar, it is different. So for that reason, I'm going to include a style here. First of all, I just have to press enter here. I'm going to put this style here. So format style, we have HTML tag H1. So select this one and click on modify. So we are going to modify the font color. So click on font, and there is color option. So choose more color, choose any color. So you can see, if I just zoom in, you see there are three pairs, 1, 2, and 3. Remember, this is RGB, red, green, blue. First pair is red for red color, second pair is for green color, and third pair is for blue color. So according to the instructions, what I need to do, they are saying that red must be red with no green and blue components. So red component should be FF and no green and blue components. So it means that we have to put 00 for that. So you click OK. Now you can see that this is going to be red text. So just click OK, click OK, click OK. We are done with the H1 style. Just press enter. So you're going to get it here. Now we can do H2 and H3 together. So for that reason, I can click on style. You can see H1 and H2 are not together, so we can create our own user defined style. So click on new, and I can write H2 comma H3. So click on font, go to the colors, because we need colors to be changed. So in this case, they're asking that blue with no green and red component. So RGB, blue component is FF, rest components are 0, 0. Red component is 0, blue component is 0, and last pair is for blue component. So based on these instructions, they are saying that blue component should be there. So I'm just going to put FF. So just click OK, click OK, click OK, click OK, and then we are done with this style. I can put it down there, fine. So we are done up to this point. Here I'm just going to highlight it. Now all borders in grid line must be red with no green or blue elements and match the requirements of question 1. So you can see I told you that there is something in question 1 that we have to do in a later stage, that is in our CSS stage. So if I just go back, you will see that external border table have a width of 4 pixel, and then internal grid lines, that is your TD, that is going to be width of 2 pixels. So let us do this. So all borders in grid line must red with no green or blue. So for that reason, I can choose all borders. So how we are going to do that? I'm going to go to the format, go to the style, and then we are going to define a new style. So I'm just going to click on new, and there you have to create a style table and TD. Remember, table is for outside border and TD is for inner grid lines. So I have to change the color of this. So in this case, I'm going to click on border. So you can see this is the color selected here, and I'm going to choose more colors and select any component. And based on the instructions, they are saying there must be red with no green and blue component. So first pair is red. You can see follow the pattern RGB. So first component is FF, green or blue component is 0, 0. So I'm just going to put it 0, 0, and here 0, 0. So we are done with this one. Now what we are going to do here, we are going to set up, you can say, border width. So for this case, external grid lines, go to the style, and then we have style at HTML tag. Then we have for table. So just locate table, this one, and modify, and click on borders. And width it should be, if I just show you for the external borders, width should be 4 pixel. So I'm just going to write 4 pixel. Just click OK, click OK, click OK. And then we have to do for TD as well. This I can put it here because we did at this point, and control save. So now we are left with only one thing, that is TD. So go to the format, go to the style, and choose HTML tag. We have TD somewhere here. So just locate it, modify, go to the border, and it should be 2 pixel. So I'm just going to write 2 pixel. Just click OK, click OK, click OK. So TD, we are done with that one. So we are done with the style sheet as well. So up to this point, and here I just have to highlight. I can just control S this one, and now my style sheet has been saved. Now let us see evidence 1. Display the web page in your browser. If necessary, resize it to all the page can be seen, all the text can be easily read, the address bar is visible. Take a screenshot of browser window and place this in your evidence document. So we have to go in our source file folder. Here you can see, and I can just double click on this, and you will see that my web page is like that. But they are saying that take a screenshot of this, but you can see that this entire entire website is not visible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom out a bit so that it become visible. Windows Shift S key to you I'm going to use to take a screenshot and make sure some part of browser is also visible. So now I'm going to go back to my evidence document. I'm going to put it here. So you can see that I have placed my evidence here. Now what else they require from us, we are done. So you can see address bar is also visible. Here address bar is visible. So highlight the text, take a copy of HTML source and place this in your evidence document. Remember, there is a difference between copy and taking a screenshot. Wherever they are asking to take a screenshot, you have to take a screenshot. Now they are asking that copy of your CSS, sorry, HTML source. So I just have to go back to HTML source here, open this web page here, and then go to the code view, select entire code, Control A, Control C. Once you're done selecting this, and place it in under the evidence 2. So here you go. You have pasted evidence 2. You have pasted the entire code. So obviously you cannot take a screenshot of that. They did not ask to take a screenshot. They asked you to take a copy of that. Take a copy of your style sheet and place this in your evidence. No screenshot. Again, copy. So where is our evidence 3? Here. We have to take a copy of our style sheet. So go back, and here is our style. So just copy this and paste it in your evidence document. So where is our evidence document here? So just paste it like this. So now last step is that evidence for they are asking us to evaluate in your own words into your evidence document using no more than 100 words. So evaluate in your own words the choice of fonts used for this web page. As you see that we have we have used font style. So you just they are just asking us that evaluate that. We are going to write some positives and negatives. So I can write that fonts, uh, that reason I can put it in bullet points. So sometimes within that practical paper they're asking some theoretical questions. So font, I can say, matches with the style in the company logo. As you can see in the company logo, the style that we have applied, it matches with the company logo. Then you can say font color the matches matches that in matches with you can say matches with the logo style h1. Then you can write font or difficult to read fonts. Obviously fonts are difficult to read because you see the company logo, the color pattern is not that good great, so that's why fonts are difficult to read. Then we have color contrast between text and background is poor. So as you can see from the website, the contrast of colors is not that good great. So you can write some positive points and some negative points. So because you're just kind of evaluating, so just save your evidence document. Okay, you can come up with your own ideas about this as well. So that are going to be marked as correct if they make sense. So I'm just going to highlight this entire papers because we are done with each and every step. This is it for this video. So hopefully this video is going to be useful for you. So if I just show you the output of this entire, so this was our output. Your output should look like this. So that is it for this video. Thank you for your focus and attention. So see you in the next video.